The bando apartment, these folks living in them. They moved themselves in the bandos because the bandos got lights and gas too. Then we got all these rats out here. I done brought plenty of rats to the rent office. I went to the rent office with a rat on the trap. And I told them folks, every time I catch a rat, I'm gonna bring it right there to you though.
We in the 8, we just left Chicago. Man, we went to O Block and went to the mural and shit, and you know, we put that out there. I thought it was gonna piss a lot of people off, but a lot of people really respecting.
Used to be like dusty, now I'm draped up in designer. Used to call me ugly, now they say I think I fine up. I just left from bird to ball, but had to get a line up. I cut all my hoes off, got me a new lineup.
Right now we out here, folks that come put murals up like Long Live Keys, out the low. This the real Bankhead, real west side, this Bankhead at Hollywood Road.
What zone we in, man? What zone we in?
Zone 1. My name Psycho, Zone 1 represent, Hollywood Road. Yeah.
What part of town we in?
Hollywood Road, west side.
When you think about that whole west side period, you think about the shorter lows, you think about the TIs, you know what I'm saying? You think about the Boot B's and the D4Ls and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying?
This Bankhead, this where everybody be at, this where all the shorter low folks, this with his barbershop, they just shut it down 6 months ago. A lot of people live in this neighborhood, Young Grove, you got the whole PSC, that's everybody like Mac Boney, Parlay from the franchise boys, the whole franchise boys, shouts out to them, shouts out to Shop Boys. It's a lot of folks from right here on this street that went up through there, man.
Up through there, you can turn on any street, you in the Bluff.
Okay.
It's a cluster of apartments.
The Bluff is really like, you know what I'm saying, spot where they just trap. The whole Bluff is a trap. You can get whatever over in the Bluff.
In Northwest Atlanta, there's a community where you can see the emerald skyline of the city from your window. Welcome to the Bluff.
Local and federal agents raided an apartment complex in the Northwest Atlanta neighborhood known as the Bluff.
Night is when the drug dealers and the prostitutes haunt these streets like zombies and specters.
The Bluff is a cluster of projects, bro, and it's off of Simpson and Ashby. And it's like one of them, you know, a dangerous area you done heard about. And I'm sure a lot of people have seen the film Snow on the Bluff. Drugs, crime, murder, gangs, all that, corrupt police, everything. It's all right there.
High crime, man. It's dangerous down here. Full of drugs. I think it's a really dangerous area down here.
But see, this Martin Luther King just not do a 360. Look at this shit.
Yeah,
Martin Luther King, bro.
It's fucked up.
Everywhere in the world, Martin Luther King is like this. Police, all that shit.
We right off MLK, in between MLK and Bankhead. This right here, when we go past the next stop sign, is considered the 9. Just like Night Ward. That's what we call it, the Night Ward.
Night Ward shit.
Night Ward, the Boulder Creeks, nigga. Y'all know what the fuck on them all shit, murder and shit.
There were 2 sets of apartments next door to each other, and everybody really kicked. There's been shootings, there's been all kinds of shit in this motherfucker. It's a lot of shit that went down and go down and will go, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, the 9, yeah, it's fucking right. Well, you'll see some shit like this and the nigga still living that bitch.
That's where you have people like Side Baby pull up with a stick.
Yeah, that 9 Ward shit.
21 Savage used to be over there. You had, you know, a different rapper, Lotto Savage. It's a lot of upcoming Perk Gang. A lot of artists came from that area. Right now we at Whitehall and McDaniel Street. We in the 3. You know what I'm talking about? We in Mechanicsville. Mechanicsville, they call it Mechanicsville.
Mechanicsville Zone 3, up here with these real G's.
The McDaniel Glen housing projects in Mechanicsville.
Mechanicsville, home of 7 Sam.
I'm from Zone 3. I'm from Zone 3.
Police need your help finding the people accused in a mass shooting that left 5 people injured in the Mechanicsville neighborhood.
At one time where you couldn't come over this motherfucker, period. Like, you couldn't even get out the exit. If you went from over here, they gonna try you. But this was the place where most of the murders were committed in Atlanta. Like when they say in Atlanta. This was the roughest spot, Mechanicsville. As you can see, it said Mechanicsville. All this shit was real project. They done redid the project, made it look a little better or whatever, but it's still a project. Nah, it ain't changed. It just look better. All this back here was project. But see, you go from Mechanicsville to Pittsburgh.
From the $1 million mansion all the way to the war zone right here, live in the Mexico.
You know we be ballin', young niggas be getting it. Bricks and bells in Mexico City.
They call that Little Mexico.
Yeah.
When Future them be talking about they in Little Mexico, they in Pittsburgh, which is right there. When you cross that light, Go across them tracks, you in Pittsburgh. We still in Mechanicsville till you get to the tracks. So like, you might be beefing with a you can't come through the tracks to get to the freeway. You gotta go all the way back around and come to the freeway at West End. Cause you come through here, might be a cat standing out here in one of these projects right here, fire your ass up before you can get to the freeway.
We in Atlanta, Georgia. My brother man said Cleveland Avenue. I'm not too familiar. It's my first time respecting where I'm at.
You on the central part of Cleveland Avenue. They call it Bleveland Avenue, and it is some gang activity over here. The store was goddamn ran by these niggas on the street. You know what I mean? And even the police will pull up over here, bro, and they'll just show their presence and the niggas scatter and shit. But
Cleveland Avenue. Yeah. We call it Al. It used to be so fucked up. You have 5 or 6 niggas right here in the store selling drugs. 5 or 6. It's better than what it used to be, but it's still shot.
We in the daytime and we just goddamn broke morning. This shit'll be a different place, a different atmosphere at around 5 or 6 o'clock. I don't fuck around over there.
If people relate Atlanta to, what would you say there?
Dirty South.
We had to live in this zoo where you don't make it out, so I don't give a fuck what they say. Look, if you niggas ain't grow up in APS system, you bitches is not from the A.
People saying I'm a Grady baby. How important is it? How important is it to Atlanta folks?
Oh yeah, they say they're a Grady baby. That's just meaning that you were born in the heart of Atlanta. You weren't born in Cobb County or DeKalb County. You were born in Fulton County. If you were born with Grady baby stamp, that's the heart of Atlanta, because most of the project kids and shit like that who actually became the stars and celebrities of Atlanta actually were Grady babies. That's where you get the Bowen homes, the Carver homes. The circumference of Atlanta is not that big, and most of it is built of the west side. You get what I mean? So then when you branch off, like once you go past 85, really you almost in Decatur. If you coming in, the first exit is the west side. Boom, you got 285. Go straight down 20. Once you get past 85, man, you really in Decatur. So that's really going to the east side. You get what I mean? But that's Decatur. That's not Atlanta. Except if you're on this side of the street or that side of the street.
Chicago's O Block is to Atlanta's that hood that makes you say don't go there.
Before, you know what I'm saying, it was shut down, I say Bowen home was the spot not to go to. But in today's time, probably 4 Seasons.
When we say 4 Seasons in Atlanta, we're not talking about the hotel chain. It's a notorious community that's marking the end of an era. Police say it's become a hotspot for crime.
Thomasville Heights was a 350-unit housing project that lied at the entry of Atlanta's east side and had a reputation for being one of the most dangerous areas in the city. It was built in 1967 and lasted through the 2000s, but was demolished in 2010 along with several other projects. Today, the Thomasville Heights community is known citywide as Forest Cove Apartments or Villa Monte, aka 4 Seasons.
That's an apartment complex over there, like off of Hank Aaron, like by the federal prison.
It was originally 100 acres of prison land before it was developed into housing units, not too far from the Atlanta Federal Penitentiary. Some residents say it's become a pipeline for just that, prison.
We in Forest Cove.
Forest Cove?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
4 Seasons.
Okay. You grew up back here?
No, I ain't grew up back here, but I've been here 6 years.
Okay. So what is it like back here?
A hot mess.
So why would you say that?
We got the rats. We got the trash. It's a lot of goddamn shoot, all that shit going on out here.
We are learning some new details about a shooting we first told you about Monday at the Forest Cove Apartments in Southeast Atlanta. We're told one of the victims is in critical condition. The other 4 we're learning they're all stable.
This is no ghetto, this is the slums. And although the boarded up units appear to be vacant, they're actually not.
What's crazy, it's somebody in this abandoned building watching me right now doing this interview. You feel me? I'm watching him too though.
It ain't projects, but some old apartments. A couple generations to live through them. Drugs, homicide, violent crime, robbery, whatever. You might pull up over there, just U-turn and get jacked, you know? So I know a few folks over there, so I do slide in, but you got to know somebody to know something, you know what I mean? Just to be put in, because one way in, one way out, gated community.
It's been in the headlines, tragedy after tragedy, at the center of music videos.
What happened overnight, it took some time.
4 Seasons has gone through seasons of neglect and struggle.
So many deaths and so much crime and shooting.
4 Seasons right here. 4 Seasons.
So now when we was riding through the hoods, we technically rolled through the hoods. Like we ain't stop, we ain't slow down, we doing the drive-by with the camera. So we riding through niggas' hoods with the camera out the window. Niggas is not fucking with that. Right before we got the Four Seasons, we was at the red light when the dude was like, he was like, man, fuck y'all, get that camera off me. I'll do y'all, bro. I'll get him. Hey, bro, you ain't got it gone, bro.
I get all y'all.
That was the calm before the storm. So then when we got to ride through the Four Seasons, it was the same shit, but it was a bunch of people looking.
Somebody going there and just pulling the camera, I want to film the area. Is that dangerous?
Yeah, I'll make a call or something if I was you. I ain't gonna even play no games, just pull up in the Four Seasons with no damn camera.
Which is exactly what we did. And being 4 deep with tinted windows didn't help at all.
Got the saying, fuck that camera and fuck you niggas and woo-woo, just talking shit, drew down, all kind of shit. I'm like, bro, we need to go talk to these people.
To make matters worse, I rolled down the back window so I could capture better footage, which immediately drew everybody's attention to the car. They're watching us and we're watching them.
They wasn't doing all that talking, they were really finna do that for real. That bitch was active as a motherfucker. And then, you know, I'm like, damn, we did ride through here wrong with the camera out the window like that. Like, come on now, this.
The goal was to pull up, talk to a few natives of the area, get some good B-roll shots and be out. But due to the wrong approach and no prior connections, not only were we not welcome, but we could have been shot at.
We had to come back the next day and I had to, you know, we had to come in respect, come in peace, bro. I know people don't be just welcoming people in their hoods, but you know what I'm saying? We had to do an experiment and see if we came in peace and came in respect, if we was gonna be welcome.
Bro, that shit crucial and important. Like, I want to at least get some representation of somebody know what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Just the building.
Even when we got there, we weren't welcome. You know, we started talking to them. We come in peace, we come in respect. And they like, all right. And, you know, they let us, you know, do what we need to do. Y'all do what y'all need to do.
This ain't nowhere for no kids. My kids ain't even here. I don't want them out here. I told them, folks, somebody kicked in my door. And they ain't came to fix my door yet. The bando apartment, these folks living in them. They moved themselves in the bandos because the bandos got lights and gas too.
Shit.
Then we got all these rats out here. I done brought plenty of rats to the rent office. I went to the rent office with a rat on the trap. And I told them folks, every time I catch a rat, I'm gonna bring it right there to you though.
It's a lot of issues, but it's a pretty tight-knit community. It's danger everywhere. It probably be a little bit more higher over here.
Our kids is feared for their life. We're not the cause. Y'all treat us like criminals and we're not the criminals.
There's a lot of good people back here, right?
Yeah. A lot of us is good people, but you got some evil people too.
Yeah.
Well, one thing about me, I work too hard. I ain't studying none of that.
Yeah.
And I don't bother nobody. The only thing I have, my problem is, they do not want to fix nothing in my apartment. I got rats, and there's trash, and there's trash ass shit right here. When I get off work, I don't want to come here, but I stay here, so I got to be here.
And you say you don't keep your children here because why?
Because this shit ain't safe.
There's a lot of violence.
Yeah. There's a lot of violence. Get what? Motherfuckers shoot my children, I'm gonna shoot you. Period.
There's a lot of shooting that going on back here.
Man, a lot. It's everywhere, right? Everywhere.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing changed. They lucky I ain't got no gun, cause I would've shot that bitch in the air right now. Pow! I'm in the game.
Man, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, man, at the Four Seasons Apartments, really where they told me not to go. I'm here, man. There's some good people back here, man. I see struggle. I see good people, man.
That apartment complex is their village. You think about it being in the jungle, that's how they think about it. So you gotta, you know, one way in, one way out. That's how they would rather probably have it. So they can watch for police, they can watch for, you know what I'm saying, see what's going on and which is possible.
I get it, bro. There's so much feds in town. Rico, you come around to get to hoods with a camera. How you gonna tell a nigga you not the police? To be able to get welcome in some of these places. Or I'm not the police and I'm not a op. Who the fuck is you coming through this bitch? Announce yourself.
And now, soon to join the long list of notorious housing communities demolished. The move-out process has already started for some families.
They finna tear the hood down, you know. But they ain't gonna tear the hood down at the heart. They giving them vouchers, you know, moving them into other neighborhoods.
We are told the last families have moved from the Forest Cove apartments in southeast Atlanta. More than 200 households have now moved into new homes. For months now, we have reported on efforts to empty the subsidized complex over concerns of quality of life issues.
All that's left on Thomasville Boulevard are chunks of concrete and trees. But the demolition of Forest Cove apartments can't erase what happened here.